Hey everybody, welcome. You're just in time for another video. Today I want to prepare you, your family, and friends from experiencing financial hardship during an extremely tragic time. Before we tackle a serious topic, I want to make sure that you subscribe to this channel. We're going to be going in depth into a lot of different categories. We're going to be talking about investments, anything that you could think of financially that will help build financial wellness. We're going to talk about it. Recently, I have seen multiple occasions where disaster struck a family out of nowhere, and financial hardship set in. What I want to teach you and show you is how to avoid that financial hardship during an extremely tragic time. You need to have the right financial preparations put in place. What I'm talking about is life insurance. That is one of the key steps being financially prepared as an individual. It is one of the hardest stories to read about when a family member passes unexpectedly and they leave behind financial and emotional hardship. One of the ways that life insurance will help you is protecting you against the funeral costs. Did you know that the number varies on how much a funeral costs? But on average, a funeral can range from $5,000 to $12,000. Now, that's a lot of money if you're asking me. And if someone passes unexpectedly, it's really good idea to have that money in place in order to help your family and those around you pay for a service. One of the things that these stories always come with is someone passes and it's an extremely emotional time, and then going through social media you will see GoFundMes that get brought up. Now, a GoFundMe is a great bond that a community can show by helping provide support for that family through financial relief. When a community comes together, that is a great thing that can happen for everybody involved. When they can bring, a financial bucket over to a family that's grieving, that can be a great thing. But the best thing that can happen to a community is spreading the financial knowledge before a tragedy occurs. I've heard about family member passed away who was older, and now the other family members they're taking out loans to pay for the funeral costs, and they're just getting weighed down with debt because of these circumstances that happen, to where if people have stuff put in place, we don't have to take out loans. We don't have to go that route. We can do this financially smart. As far as the GoFundMe goes, I've seen those GoFundMes hit upwards of $50,000, which is great. But the life insurance policies can cover 10 times that amount and help provide financial relief for years for your family while they learn how to deal with the tragic loss. There have been plenty of cases where somebody had passed unexpectedly and now a family was struck with financial hardship, and a GoFundMe was started, but there wasn't enough raised for that family to really help alleviate that financial hardship. And what I mean is just the initial GoFundMe raising is just covering funeral costs, pretty much the bare necessities of when that tragedy occurs. I'm not talking about the years to come of missing that income that was coming in from that individual. In order to replace that income from somebody that we tragically lost, life insurance is going to be the key, specifically term life insurance. Now, I know there's the difference between whole life insurance and term life insurance, but hear me out. Let me explain why term life insurance is the one that I chose through all my research that I feel like is best for my family. So a general run of how term life insurance works is you pay a premium per month, or you can pay yearly, and you get a set amount covered for a certain amount of years. For instance, you can pay about $15 a month for $500,000 of coverage over 15 years. If a tragedy were to occur within that 15 years, then that payout is going to be the $500,000. People should strive for investing, growing financially in that 15 to 20 years, to where when that insurance policy expires, we are going to be prepared and we are going to be financially well off through our retirement accounts, through our other investments. Now, whole life insurance works a little differently. I'm not going to get too far into the nitty-gritty, but if you're looking at your whole life as a potential investment, just note that's what Roth IRAs, 401ks are for, even real estate. Did I mention that the best case, worst case potentially, the best case, this policy expires worthless. It is a great thing to have in place, because I don't know about you, but just thinking about what would happen to my family if I were to pass without a policy, it really gets me choked up. And I don't want that to happen to anyone else. Another great analogy for you to reference, for you to understand this, is it's a bridge, right? So that term and policy is just a bridge from where you're at now, whether you're riddled with debt, you have hardly any investments, you're gonna need that if something were to happen. You're gonna build a bridge. You're gonna build that bridge over here to this side where you're gonna be growing wealth, you're gonna have some wealth, you're gonna be out of debt, and you're gonna be financially stable and well off to where if tragedy were to occur, that bridge won't collapse. That your foundation has been built and you're able to access that highway. I just want to make sure you know I'm not a life insurance salesman.
I'm not trying to get you into, buying my life insurance policy.
I just want to help protect you and those around you. Hey, thanks for watching the video. Hope you like the content. There's a lot more where that's coming from.